Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome to my look at the Ropa DLC. Giants have very kindly furnished me with an early copy of this so that I can take a quick look at it and show you all of the ins and outs. And this is a I was going to say forage harvester. It's not a forage harvester, this is a sugar beet harvester. We have right here a sugar beet harvester, and we'll just take a quick look. I do like the fact that it has a Tiger on it. It's a Tiger 6 Ropa XL. Let's take a look in the shop, shall we? Let's just go in here, and then I can stop guessing my way through it. The Tiger 6 XL. It is £499,000. You know, technically, I suppose we should be on dollars at the moment because I'm on the Goldcrest Valley map. Now, you may notice that I currently have £2.5 billion. Nope. This is Goldcrest Valley. So let's go through here a minute and we'll change. Actually, that's got to stay on miles because it's in the States. And we go through to there. There we go. Everybody's happy. And then we can go back into here and we go back into here. So it is $499,000. A huge slice of money. An absolute monstrous slice of money. It has 43,000 litre capacity, 24 miles an hour. That's about it, really. That's all the kinds of things you need to know. 768 horsepower. So how does this compare to the Terrados T440? This one is 626 horsepower, and this one over here is 768. This is a bit more of a beast. This is 43,000 litres. This is 45,000 litres. So this one, the price is similar as well. So there's a lot of similarities, okay? We know this. We know that there's a lot of similarities. A 4-meter header on this one. This one over here is, again, a 4-meter header. There's not a great deal of difference between the two. This one over here, you basically, you got the slightly different skin on it. It does look a lot better. In my opinion, I prefer the look of this one to the look of the Homer one, although I don't think there's a huge amount in it, really. I think the cab is higher up on that one, but I think the cab on this one is bigger. I think the glass comes down lower, it gives you better visibility. We'll have a look at that in a minute. This one right here does 7 miles an hour along the ground, and this one here does 7 miles an hour along the ground. So again, very, very similar. They fold up differently, and the trailers work slightly differently. Then you've got this one here, the Ropa Mouse 5. This one here is 10.2 meters wide, and this one here, the Homer Exact, the Terrafellis 2 Eco, that is only 9.5, so this one is slightly wider. It doesn't give you a throughput on these. They're the same horsepower on these two machines. So you've got another machine that will pick stuff up off the ground. Well, it picks sugar beets up off the ground. The bit that I'm really liking, though, is first of all is the header trailer. You got this one right here, the Transport PR XL 9x45. I really love the way that this one works, and we'll take a look at that in just one moment. As one other bit is this one right here, the Nawa Row Mouse. This one takes everything. It does the whole shebang. 8 meters wide on the front, and it is designed to pick up absolutely everything. You can use this for loading up your silage at the BGA, so long as you can fit the 8 meters up through the BGA thing. I don't know. We'll have to look at that. We'll go and take a look at that. There is also a potato harvester as well, which is a trailed potato harvester. For me, that is the only actual disappointment with this set, is that we've got the Grim Tektron there, still the only standard game one that we've got. This here is the same as... This one's 9,276 litres. This one is 10,000 litres. It's a 2-meter wide pickup, the same as that one. And it also requires, I believe, a topper to go in front of it. We will take a look at that as well. So, looking at the trailer. Now, I've actually put this on myself. I haven't actually done this. It doesn't... Excuse me a minute. Right, I'm slightly less croaky. I've been recording all day, so I'm getting a little bit croaky at this point. Yes, we've got... It hooks onto these hooks here, and... I actually put that on myself. It lined up quite easily, and it did really well. And I quite like the way that it hangs on it as well. So I will show you that first. That is the first thing that we're going to look at. We can just drive along a minute. We go along like that. There we go. So it does do absolutely wonderful of that. We can unhitch it. There we go. Now, you've got the various steering options that you would expect with this one. There is the first one. And then if you go... I'm using this on the keyboard today. I'm not using my steering wheel, so that I can show you all of the different options that we've got. Left control and Y changes the steering. So you've got that like that. And then you've got turn steering as well. If I go left control, crab steering right. All-wheel steering, turn steering like this. Yeah, so there's turn steering. So it turns the cab as well. And you got 2 crab options, and then you got the all-wheel steering, which is the basic one. So we'll come over here, and when you're on a road, you would want the all-wheel steering rather than the turn steering. That's, in some countries, it's actually a legal requirement. You do actually need to do that. I don't know if it's the case in the States. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have articulated steering on some of these vehicles on the road in the UK. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm reasonably sure. So I pick that one up like that, and I bring it back, right? Now, you can see the way that that one folds up. That is definitely different to the Homer. Much different. Now, if I unfold that one a minute, we'll do that first. If so, oh, no. I don't want to unfold this. I don't want to unfold the main machine just yet. We want to go to the front, and we'll unfold it like that. That one drops down like that, and it tucks in quite nicely. It's all wonderful. It's absolutely brilliant. So then we can fold it back up again. And now, so I've come off of this one so that I am a little bit crooked off of it, and I want to come in and I want to line this one up. Now you can see that there are 2 hooks there, and there are 2 bars sticking out the side of our little machine. So if I bring those in like this, there we go, and I bring that in and I bring it up like that, you can actually just nudge it forward a bit. So you do have to be a bit careful lining it up, and you can nudge it forward and then just unhitch like that, and it will grab hold of it. That's taken hold of it, and it's there, and it's on board the trailer. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lift it up and just watch. There you can see how it picks it up and it puts it down. There's actually an animation on the trailer in order to get that to work. Puts that down, and then the animation locks in place, and that's basically locking the trailer in place, and it's putting the stuff in place on the back of it as well, which is really, really awesome. I genuinely love that. It's one of my favorite bits about this whole DLC. There you go. Pick that one up. It picks everything up. It puts it all in place. I love that. I think that is wickedly awesome. I really do. I'm so thrilled that we've got that bit on there. We've actually got proper animations on a header trailer, which is not something that we've really had before now. Let me just unfold that one, and I'll unfold the front one as well, so we can see it all in action here. Get that one out. We've got the tip pieces on the back on this one rather than in the middle, like the Homer. So it's much further back than this one. I love the whole animation for the unfolding. It's absolutely brilliant. Let me get rid of that one. There. Right, next up I will go Control Y, and we'll turn it to the full steering. So we got the full package on here now. We'll bring that one round. I'm going to put the hired help going on this, and we're going to watch the hired help actually operate this machine and see how it gets on a little bit. We get a bit, and we'll put it in a trailer, and then we can test out the Sugar Beet picker-upper machiney thingy, and we can pick some stuff off of the floor. We'll just bring that one back there, and then I'll press H, and I'll get it going. So the reason I'm doing this with keyboard and not with a steering wheel is so that those of you who don't have steering... Not everybody's fortunate enough to have a steering wheel in games, so in order to sort of show everything that this can do, I'm showing it to people that are not necessarily going to have the steering wheel as well. Those of you with a steering wheel, you can appreciate that it does make a big difference when you're steering articulated machines, but it's very easy to operate this one using the keyboard steering. I haven't found any problems with it whatsoever. So going up through, and it's going at a reasonable rate. It's doing the full 7 miles an hour. It's not having any problems. It shouldn't have any problems on steep ground either. So I quite like this. I really do. I do love this machine. The way that it's filling up as well, you've got a decent animation with it filling up in the middle, and it'll do its usual mess around and drive on the crops as you think with the hired help. This is what it always does. But it does this with the Homers as well, so you can't... we can't complain about that. It's just par for the course of the game. And you may have seen there is a new game coming out in October, which may interest you. It's called Farming Simulator 19. I don't know if that's going to interest you or not, but there's a few details slowly being released about that one now, and I think it looks absolutely spectacular. So I'm really looking forward to being able to play that. We will let that one carry on. We've got this one over here. This is the one that picks up absolutely everything and does all of it. And then we've got... Actually, I need to go through all of the other machinery they've got lying around on this map. We go to that one. We're going to bring this one down here, over here. I got the black Massey there. That is the pre-order bonus, I think it was, from the original... from this original game. Just bring that back. So I got a little bit of sugar beet in this trailer. We'll get a bit more in this trailer in a minute. We'll let that one turn around. And while it does that, I'm going to go over here. And we get this one. Now, I got the harvester over there. The potato harvester. That's ready to roll in a minute. We're going to take a look at that. I'm going to bring this one over. So we got a 26 miles an hour road speed on this. This is pretty much identical to the one that you've already seen. It's, there is some differences. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably not the best idea to do that. Tell you what, let's just nudge that one back the right way up a minute. Right, I'm hoping that I can keep driving this one. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. Because I wanted to go and just unload this one on the run, so that we can see what it's like as it unloads on the drive on during harvest. So it lowers itself out, and I actually quite like this. It goes out a long way. I'm doing this on the keyboard again. It does lower itself down quite a ways. I don't know what that would be like on a much heavier a much taller trailer, but I mean, this trailer is pretty tall, so it does sort of give you an idea of it. So we'll bring this one over here, and I can't remember what the button, I think it's Control I, isn't it? There we go, nailed it. So we'll tip that out there on the ground, and we will just run up alongside it a little bit. There we go. Right, Control I again. Now, if I bring that one back round here, we've got it then, it's in position so that it can load up. And we will try both of the loading machines on this one right here. I'm going to drop that there, so that we can see it. And we'll go through everything, all of my other toys and bits and pieces. And we'll come over to this one. While this one goes up across the field, I will unfold it as we drive. There we go. So the cab turns around, cab lifts up into the air as it goes through. We have seen this machine before. We've seen a machine very similar to this one. Although I think this one does perform slightly differently. Now I'm curious what's going to happen if I want to try and get the conveyor belt to go out the other way. You bring it over like this. Oh, it swings over. The counterweight does actually properly counterbalance all the way over. I bring that one over like that. You've got two options that you can use. You can bring that one over back, and then you got this one. We'll lower and raise that one, and it will move it out as well. Then you press Control Z, left Control Z, and it will should do the bit on the front, doesn't it? Is it that? Oh, it does do the bit on the front. It does the seat. You see the seat in the middle? Can you see the guy in there? Actually, let's go. If I go into cab, does it do it from here? Well, I'm doing this, and it's not actually turning my seat around. Oh, yes, it does. There we go. Nailed it. Brings it all the way around. Now, we've got a camera up there. Does that actually show anything while it's on or not? That's something I'm curious about. So we bring that one through here, and then if we go left, Control Z, that actually moves it to the arm group so that you can go back to the front bit. Let me go back in cab a second, and I want to look at this, and then we start it up. So we turn on loading the vehicle. I don't think it does. I don't think it actually does any difference at all. So we can lower that one down like that, and then bring it forward. Now, you got this arm on the front. I've got the seat here. The seat does turn like that, and then the other one is raising and lowering that one. Sideways is side to side on that one, and then sideways on this one is sideways on the main arm. And then if I change over to the other one, Control Z, so that it changes over to the next lot. Now that it's running, I can actually move this one here, and I can lift and lower that one. That is what sort of helps to pull the sugar beet into the machine when it's running. And then it's also got a big long extension on it as well for working. So we'll bring that one out. That one, oh no, I didn't actually mean to press that button. I want to press that button. And then we want to inch forward a bit, and we can just test it and see what it's like with actually flowing through. It brings it right up. Oop, I don't want to do that. I want to go Control Z so that I can move that piece over like that. And then like that. And then back over there. There we go. It seems to be flowing through fairly quickly. Can we change over into the tractor fast enough to see? Reasonably quickly. It does it reasonably quickly. I don't know if it's flowing faster than the other one. I don't actually have any way to fully test that, I don't think. Tell you what we can try. If I can bring that back over this way, I might be able to dump it right into a big heap on the top, and then we can get an idea of just how fast it tips. So if I go right up on top like that, and then I tip out, I should put a big heap on top of it there. There we go. And I close that back down, and then I can just swing this one round and get it lined back up again underneath that spout, and we can see how quickly it will go through. I don't remember the speed of the other one, but it does seem reasonably fast. Start that up. There we go. That's the big problem with this, is that it automatically switches off when I jump out because of the settings that I got it on. Never mind. Let's not worry about it. We can see that it does move reasonably quick. Unless we sort of line the two up side by side, there's no real way to test between them. What I do want to test, though, is I don't care about that one. It's this one over here. This one is very, very similar, but it will take all materials. So we've sort of seen roughly how fast the other one was picking up that pile of sugar beet. So I bring it out through. It does exactly the same for maneuvering the seat around, and as you unfold it, you can see the spout itself looks exactly the same. The conveyor belt, it does look the same. It's the front of it that's different. The front of this one is vastly different to the previous one, but I don't think this one takes the sugar beet. This one is designed for smaller crops. And if you look here, you'll see I will swing that one all the way around. I'm actually catching on the back of the machine over there. So let's just shove that one back out the way a minute. Not a very elegant way of doing it, but it still works. If it don't work, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's all we need to worry about, and it's not broken, so let's not worry about fixing it, shall we? Let's bring that one back round there. So this one here doesn't do sugar beet. Well, it shouldn't do, anyway. We go and have a look in here, and you will see it's under the miscellaneous category, this one. And right there, see, it does cereals, and it does manure as well. Does it do manure? No, it doesn't. Does fertilizer, it does seed, it does grass, it does... Oh no, that's TMR, isn't it? I think that's total mixed ration. Chaff, wood chips, silage. So there are some things that it doesn't do. It doesn't do grass and hay and loose straw and stuff like that. But it does do the basic cereals in here. So you've got some things that it will do. We're going to actually start it up and we're going to lower it down. And we're going to see if we can get it to pick any of this up. And nope, you can't. It will not pick those up. But the other controls are exactly the same as the main machine over there. So we know that it's sort of got most of the stuff that you would expect it to have. We bring that one back over there. And there's that one. One thing I have noticed about this one is it's got a self-leveling system on it. And I don't think the Homer actually has that one. So this one does have an advantage over the Homer in that you get a nice level cab as you're going through instead of being leaned over to one side. Which would make it a lot easier to drive if you've got any particularly hilly ground. Anything that's rough, that would make life a lot easier for you. So I want to go through here and I want to get that machine right there. Now, where am I? So here is our two potato harvesters side by side. The Grim one, we know for a fact, needs a topper to go on in front. I believe that this other one does as well. They're both 2 meters wide, if you look at them there, and they've got a very similar pickup reel on the front, but that would be standard for most potato harvesters. There's a few other details on this one that's a little bit different, so we'll just start this bad boy up a minute. I don't think we need to worry about a field of potatoes. We will just unfold it, though. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to unfold it. We go on to there. Is it going to unfold? If it could just unfold in its own time. There we go. So it swings out like that. You've got the potato box on the side where it stores all the potatoes so that it'll be ready for tipping. And then pipe out, it lifts it right up in the air like that. This one's got that spout on the bottom, which the other one doesn't have. The other one just has the open end of the box. So there is a big improvement there, and you've got that spout. You've got that you can do with the spout, but that's as high as it will go. It won't actually raise up any higher than that. That is the highest that you can put that spout. So that needs to be taken into account when you're busy doing some work with it. And if we just put the spout back in a minute, lowers back down, and then it will go along and it will work and it will do all of its thing. It's got steering on the back that will follow your tractor around wherever your tractor is going in the field. Makes it nice and easy, and it is a 2-meter wide pickup on it. So if you've got small fields, if you're just doing a small amount of potatoes, this is perfect for the job. It's got some little tweaks to it that the other one doesn't have. A very slightly larger capacity than that one over there. But generally speaking, this is for small-scale potato production, not big-scale potato production. If you want big-scale, unfortunately, you are still stuck with the base game one. But if you want big-scale movement of anything, we've got the Ropa over here, the Ropa Tiger 6. There's a really nice sugar beet harvester. I actually prefer this one to the base game one. I genuinely do. This one here really don't make any difference to me whatsoever. It genuinely doesn't make any difference. Right? I'm not concerned about this one in the slightest. I could have this one or I could have the other one. But if I'm using this one here, then I would probably use the yellow one to go with it so that they would match up. Then you got this one. This one I love. I absolutely love that we have got this machine in the game. It is fantastic. I cannot begin to describe how pleased I am that this one is in the game. It's the fact that we've got something now that will lift anything. Well, it's not anything. It will lift most things. It will pick up and it will dump most things in the game. All the grains and stuff like that. Kind of the really important stuff. We're able to do it with that one right there. So, is it worth it? Is this DLC worth it? That is always the big question. That is always what I'm asked. And if it was just that one and the tiger down there, I would say probably not worth it. Despite the fact, I mean, this one here, I'm completely indifferent about this one, I've got to be honest. Completely indifferent. This one here, though, I do really like it. I do. But I'm not sure it would be worth paying for an extra DLC, despite, you got this beautiful graphic with this one. And the way that this trailer over here works with it, it's quite nice. I like the potato harvester over there. However, the number of times that I've used a trailed potato harvester in this game since I first started playing it for FS17, I can count on one hand, right? So most people I know don't do a lot of using the trailed potato harvester. So I do feel that they've missed a bit of a trick there. I think they should have included a self-propelled potato harvester, and I'm disappointed that they didn't. I'm not the only person that feels this way. I know there are a lot of you that are disappointed they didn't include it. But this is what we've got. So this one on its own, possibly not. But there are some beautiful little things about this one here that do go a long way towards making the DLC worth it. And then you got this one up here. This machine here absolutely makes the DLC for me. This one here, because this one is in it, I would say 100% yes, it is worth buying. It is definitely worth buying for this machine right here. You put grains through here, you can put seed and fertilizer through here, you can put silage through here, so you can get the silage from the clamp up the top. One thing that we haven't checked is, can it actually fit through a standard silage clamp? At the moment, I have absolutely no idea if it will actually fit in the clamps. If it does, it's going to be absolutely wonderful. If it doesn't, I don't think it's going to hinder my enjoyment of this machine. There are still so many things that you can do with it, but I don't think it does. That's actually it is a bit of a disappointment. I will confess I am a bit disappointed that it doesn't quite fit. I do love the fact that it's got an animation on that, though. You look at that. It is trying to push it through, but no, that clamp is the same width as the ones at the BGA as well. So that is a bit of a disappointment that it doesn't fit there, but there are other machines that you can use to sort of put it outside onto the ground, and then you can use it to sort of pick up the rest. That's all I got time for now. My answer to the question, is the DLC worth it? Yes, I would say it is. Definitely is, because of that one. This trailer here is a wonderful, wonderful detail, and the sugar beet harvester down there has got, again, some really nice details on it. And it looks great. It looks great. Just looking at it. It is awesome. And I love the way this folds up. I love all of it. This one here, like I said, I'm fairly indifferent to that one. It's nice that it's a bonus. It's nice that you've got it added in, but that's not the reason that I would buy this DLC. The reason that I would buy this DLC is for that one over there. Like any DLC that comes out, there is a reason I buy each one. The Coon DLC, I've not used very much in it, but the Square Bell wrapper in that one is the reason that I wanted that DLC, and it's the reason that I would have bought it if I hadn't been given a free copy. And yes, it does make a difference to me because I'm given a free copy rather than having to pay for it. And I do understand that. I do understand that could influence my decision. But I've always made my reviews of any DLC as honest and open as possible. So I will quite happily tell you if I think things are fairly useless or if there could have been improvements. And I think this one, considering that we've already got one of these, just a different colour, is fairly useless. It's just kind of a nice addition to have it in a different colour. But for the rest of it, ideal. It is good. And that one right there, that is my reason for buying this DLC. So if you think that you would actually like that one, basically it's a great big portable conveyor belt that will pick up just about anything, by all means, go and buy the DLC. If this one doesn't do it for you, and you're indifferent about the rest, well then obviously this DLC is not for you. So if you enjoyed this little review, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.